Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified when I upload, which will be on Mondays. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some more lunch ideas. I recently did a video where I shared with you some easy and simple lunch ideas, and today I'm going to be doing the same thing, only this time I'm putting the focus on leftovers. So some lunches that you can do with pretty much leftover anything, as leftovers are a common lunch in my household where you throw a whole bunch of random things together, because otherwise the food's just going to expire and you'll have to throw it out, which is not what we want, because we're trying to reduce food waste, people. So that's why some lunches with leftovers are a great idea. So let's get started with these lunch ideas using leftovers.
Okay, so this first leftovers lunch idea I have is what I call Christmas lunch, because this is what I had for Christmas lunch on Christmas Day last year, and you might be wondering why I'm wearing a mask in my own home. Well, this was filmed in our Christmas in isolation, which we were supposed to go on holiday but couldn't because of COVID stuff. And so this also meant a revised Christmas lunch. And honestly, with this, just take what you've got left over from your Christmas feast, or put anything you want in it, really. Whatever you would usually have for Christmas lunch. If you've got some sort of traditional Christmas food that you have for Christmas lunch, take it. So I'm getting myself a mountain full of food as I prepare my makeshift Christmas feast due to the current circumstances that we had. We had some leftover roast pork, roast carrots, potato and sweet potato from the other night, so I'm just putting them in the microwave and reheating them for 3 minutes. The magic 3, as they say. And while that's going on, I'm going to place just random goods onto my plate. So I'm just slicing the remainder of a cucumber, and I'm just doing it right then and there because I couldn't be bothered to use a cutting board. And then, this might surprise you, but I'm actually putting tomatoes on my plate. And I know I've talked about how much I dislike tomatoes, but I sort of have a change of heart with those. They're not my favourite food, but I've gone from despising of them to tolerating them. So I'm only putting a few on my plate, but still, it's a step up. And then I also put a small handful of olives on my plate, which again, I also never really used to be a big fan of, but now I kind of like them. So my taste buds are becoming more adventurous, let's just say. Then I've got a bag of mixed salad leaves, and I'm just grabbing a generous handful of it and putting that on the plate. And then, after I battled to get it open, I am putting a spoonful of potato salad onto my plate, because you gotta have potato salad for Christmas lunch, or any sort of gathering, even though the only person at this gathering was me. And then also a spoonful of macaroni salad. Gotta have some pasta salad as well. And then, what's Christmas without some ham? While this isn't a roast ham, it's just ham from our local grocery store. We're making the best of what we got, so I'm just putting a few slices of those on my plate. And by that time, the roast pork and veggies would have finished heating up, so just dump all its contents onto my plate. And there you go, you've got a simple Christmas lunch, leftover roast pork, with leftover roast carrot, potato, sweet potato, more potato in the form of potato salad, macaroni salad, salad greens, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, olives, and ham. Perfect feast for one. Even though this is called Christmas lunch, you can have it any time of the year. When you've got a leftover roast meat and some veg, and some other random food in your fridge, you can make yourself a Christmas lunch. The next leftovers lunch idea is called day-old takeout, and I know that this might sound a bit weird, but this is just day-old takeaway pizza from the night before, plus some other items added to it for some variety. So I'm preheating the oven to 180 degrees and getting out the leftover pizza. And then I'm placing the pizza onto the pizza tray, whatever this thing is called. I don't remember the name of that first pizza, as I don't think it's on the menu anymore, but I know the other one we had was just a regular Supreme. And then what we're going to do is just put that in the oven. I'm essentially just warming it up. It doesn't need to be cooked, because otherwise the crust is going to burn and it's going to be horrible and too hard to eat. Then I'm getting out the sides that I want to have with my pizza, which included this leftover ham, which, as you can see, I had used very sparingly. And then a big handful of baby spinach leaves to at least have some vegetables with this lunch, as there weren't a whole lot of vegetables on the pizzas. Then after about 10 to 15 minutes, the pizza would have warmed up for enough time, and so would be ready to take out and serve along with the ham and spinach. And there you go, day-old takeout with some sides, I guess. This was just what was left over from the week in our fridge. We had to use up the ham so it didn't go bad, and the baby spinach before it went off, to have along with these leftover pizzas. This next idea is called tortilla galore. You see what I mean? Because there is lots of tortilla in this. Basically, we had some leftover enchiladas from the other night and some tortillas, so I thought, why not make this tortilla galore? So what I'm doing is taking a generous portion of the enchiladas and placing them in that container into the microwave for 3 minutes to heat up. And then I'm getting out some leftover tortillas that were left in the packet and some fillings to place in a tortilla. So I'm taking a carrot and very lazily with a butter knife cutting it up on a plate, and then cutting it in half, then into quarters, and cutting little strips out of it. Well, I say little, they're pretty chunky strips to be honest, but into strips we'll say. There, a neutral term there. And then by that point, the 3 minutes the enchiladas had in the microwave are up. So I'm just taking them out and stirring them through to see if they're evenly heated through, which they weren't, so I put them back in for another minute. And then also to put in a tortilla, I'm taking a handful of mint leaves. And then of course we need the actual tortilla itself to start stuffing. So I'm placing the carrot and the mint in, and then I put a couple pieces of ham in. And then I took a spoonful of sour cream and sort of just spread it along the tortilla. Once that's done, I'm going to very poorly wrap it up. Still haven't quite mastered the wrapping part, as I just always overstuff these things, but that's fine. We live for overstuffed food, people. And then the enchiladas are finally done in the microwave, so we can take them out as they're now heated through and pair them with our wrap. And there we go. Tortilla galore, because this meal really is filled with tortillas, isn't it? In the form of leftover enchiladas and a wrap with random leftover ingredients. My next idea is called couch potato, because this is basically what this is. It's a very lazy lunch with just random stuff from the fridge and, of course, a potato, obviously, hence the name. So what I'm doing is preheating the oven to 180 degrees, then getting out a potato and just scrubbing it to get all the dirt off, so I'm not eating any dirt on the potato. And then I'm grabbing a fork and just pricking it in 3 places on one side and then 3 places on the other side. Then I'm just placing that in the oven for about 40 minutes. And when it's about time to serve, I prepare my other ingredients. And you're all going to think that I am so weird and what the hell is up with my taste buds. But as is the point of this video, I'm just throwing together pretty much what was left in our fridge. So I'm taking the rest of these blueberries and some ham and serving that. Yep, you heard that right. Blueberries and ham. And then I'm taking the potato out, and ideally I would have liked to have cooked it for a bit longer, but I had to leave for work in like 20 minutes after this. So I had to work with what I got, and also partly why I didn't want to make anything too complicated. And yes, I'm serving that with the blueberries and ham. And I'm cutting this down the middle, and yes, you can definitely tell this needed a bit more time. I don't like hard potato. Potato's supposed to be soft, but well. I'm placing a nice dollop of butter on the potato, as you typically do when you have jack potato. And then that's this couch potato lunch. I was literally being so lazy. I wanted a potato. I wanted to use up those blueberries. I wanted some ham. It was basically all we had that didn't require any more than a few steps and would make a meal I would actually feel like eating. So try it if you want. Turns out you might like this. This last idea is pasta potato salad, as I originally wanted to come up with a different name for this, but it ended up being way too, inappropriate, we'll say. So we'll just stick with this for now. But I'm basically gonna get out what I need, which is some leftover ravioli that wasn't finished off from the other night. And then to add some sort of a sauce to it, I just dumped what was left of this passata over it. There wasn't much, but I didn't want to have just plain ravioli because that's just boring and bland. It wasn't really enough for that, but it was something at least. So I'm just mixing that evenly with a spork so that it's somewhat distributed throughout each bit. And then I'm heating that up in the microwave for 3 minutes. And then while it's doing that, I'll serve up everything else. So just taking a portion of ham. I've just realized every single recipe in this video has featured ham in it. What can I say? We had a lot of ham during this period. And then we've got this potato, sweet potato, egg and bacon salad, which I'm just going to use all of as I was pretty hungry. And by that point, the ravioli was done and ready to serve, and there you go. Pasta, potato, salad. With some ham, I guess. Gotta have the ham. Another lazy person's lunch like the most of these lunches. Low effort and low fuss is what we strive for when it comes to leftovers.
So that is it for these lunch ideas that you can do with leftovers. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you've got any leftovers in your house that you just need to use up, just use one of these lunch ideas to give you some inspiration on using up your leftovers. There is a fly in the room right now, which is just buzzing around while I'm trying to film. Go out the window, please. There's a window right here. Come on. Out. Where's the fly swatter?
2 hours later.
Okay, it's going down the hallway now, so it should leave us alone while I finish this outro. But what I'm trying to say is, if it's edible food, then eat it. Eat it how you like, eat it with whatever. Just find a way to use up those leftovers. Get creative. Honestly, there's really no limits as to what you can do with leftovers. I hope this video helped you, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more meal ideas like this. I'm actually planning to do some breakfast, snacks and dinner ideas videos soon, so let me know if you're interested in seeing those. And thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any new videos. So, till next time, in the next video, I shall see you then.